And so walk us through what the hell are we talking about, man?
So we are talking about how to do SEO in like 30 minutes. Like this is a masterclass in SEO in 30 minutes. So it's gonna be brief, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna like have a lot of like good pieces. But again, like it's pretty messy, so don't go on my presentation. But yeah, again, it's gonna
You
be
even got a
helpful.
presentation. This
No, not on
guy.
my presentation, like my presentation, like me. But yeah. So it's on that.
Cool.
So basically what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna go into the basics of SEO or anything learning in terms of SEO, but just a process that I have learned after like doing SEO for a few years and what do I follow now, right? Just that part. So I'll share my screen and I'll start off.
So you do have a presentation.
It's you'll see what I have. So the first thing, right? So if someone asks us like to optimize their website, what do we do? Now it's a huge gap, right? Like if you go into website optimization, the first thing people usually would do is put their website in a certain tool and see what keywords they're ranking for and try to rank for those keywords, right? But I feel like that is a way of doing, but it can really get very disorganized very quick only because you're just trying to optimize the keyword you're already ranking for and you're not looking out of it. But that is usually the part people take. But I think what we should
Mm.
actually do is so this is my process. The first thing, if someone asks us to like optimize their website for SEO, the first thing to do is we use this tool called Screaming Frog, uh, which again not a lot of people know, but it's a great tool to basically do an audit of the whole website that we want to optimize. Now I have a couple of websites here that I already did the crawling for. So basically you just put in the URL in here and start, and it will crawl the whole website, and it will tell you exactly what the issues are and what all needs improvement. So I've already crawled certain websites, so I'm just gonna open one which has the most issues as of now. We might need to blur it out at some point, the names, um, but yeah, basically this, right? This is a website, and you basically crawl the website, and the first thing I think we should do is just look at what we need to fix instead of making the improvements, because what Google does is it kind of checks your website for all the issues and also like what is done right. But I think fixing the issues first really matters, and then you start improving your content, your articles, and all those kind of things. So now this is a very like it might look very complicated. It has like 10 different kinds of things. Like it has all these different tabs, all these status codes and everything. But to make it like much easier, what you can first do is just click on issues, so it will give you all the issues that the website has. And now I know how many URLs are affected by a certain issue, right? So like there are 214 canonicals that need to be like optimized, but they're not. Now you can see the issue priority here. This just means that these are the issues that Google highly values, and they keep updating the tool, so they are updated with the recent Google algorithms and what is the issue priority according to that. So what we should do is kind of fix all these ones with the highest issue priority. So, and we should just go downwards from here to medium and low. But as you can see, like this particular website has so many issues. Like, look at this, the image is over 100 KB. Now you can see like there are 400, 200 KB. I don't know if you guys know, but page speed is a huge thing when it comes to SEO. And one of the major levers of like page speed is basically the image size, and you need it on 100 KB. And you can see like there are 891 images on the website with images over 100 KB. So this is the first thing you should optimize after you're done with the technical aspects of the other issues on top here. And then you can see like there are like 475 pages with duplicate page titles, which is really not good. So point is to improve SEO, first you need to fix all of these things which are wrong with your website. Similarly, you have a bunch of other issues like in terms of duplicate H2s, multiple H2s, meta descriptions over certain character limit, so all of these things. So best is to like
So,
pick. all of these things first, and then go ahead. Yeah, go. Yeah, Zoli.
No, I just wanted to ask, so does the tool also give sort of recommendations on what you should be doing, or it sort of just outlines? So is it more of an advanced tool in the sense of like, hey, you have all of these images that are over 100 KB, or is it also like, yeah, it slows down your page, so the best thing to do is to whatever, compress these pictures or something like that?
Yeah, it just gives us the just the details of all the URLs with all the images that are like going above, but it
Yeah.
doesn't recommend you or it doesn't optimize the images for you. That is something that you need to do with your own
Yeah.
tools. Yeah. So that's how
Okay,
it's
that's
done.
super cool. But yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, so that's
no,
how
sorry, I
it's
just meant
basic.
to say, so basically it just, yeah, shows you the issues then, and then
Yeah.
outlines like, okay, these are the most high priority ones, and these are the ones you should fix, the quickest, because these are whatever slowing down your page. It's probably not gonna get ranked as well, or like certain pages in your website are not gonna be ranked as well because whatever the duplicates and then JavaScript and whatever is not working as it
That's
should and
right.
stuff like that.
That's right. So
Okay.
basically, yeah. So we can look at this as the overall health of the website in terms of SEO. I mean, if the overall health of the website is good, your progression of ranking for all the keywords that you are presently ranking for or might rank in the future will be faster than when you have not fixed the errors. So it really depends on the health of the website. Better health means better ranking, faster ranking, like you'll rank faster. If your health is not that good, Google will kind of put you back a little bit in terms of ranking you on their search platforms. So yeah, that's how this is done. The next step in doing this is just again, like a lot of people get they start working inside the tool and start doing things here. But the best thing to do is do a bulk export of all the issues, and then it will do is it will create a file like this which is from another client. It will create a file like this where it will give you an overview of all the issues, same as the one we saw in the tool, and then all the meta descriptions and by the issue, issue it is. So if it's too long, if it's too short, and then you can add your own recommendations here. And just once it's all updated, you can just update it in the platform that you're in. But yeah, that's how it works. Um, you basically go through each tab and you fix all the things, and you slowly like go into the platform that this uh, your website is hosted in, and you keep updating those, whether it's internal links or everything. So this is to basically like fix the basic health of the website, right? So any questions on this whole thing or anything
Um,
else?
yeah, I guess from my end, what I wanted to ask is, do you have, tools specifically that you use to then fix these, or you might actually will get to that, but I was just wondering because you say you actually use other tools to do like the fixes with the images and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. So for the images, I do have some tools for some of these things, but for most things, I prefer not to use tools. So it's very easy for Meta to use tools for say meta descriptions. You just like put it in Chat GPT or you put it in this another tool. I'm forgetting the name. You just have to put it in there, and it will automatically translate the meta description, make it like longer or shorter according to what you need, and you can automate it. But I don't like automating these things only because what you should do is, let's take the example of meta descriptions. What you should do is you should actually like uh, if I want to like update this meta description, I should first see what this page is ranking for, right? So what I should do is I should go into let's say let me actually go. I think I have this here. So I should go into their analytics and I should actually see what pages or sorry, what keywords they're ranking for, right? So for this particular URL that we have. So let's see. So
Always, always when you're showing something, something has to
Yeah.
break. That is just amazing.
Yeah, exactly what I wanted to say is like, okay, now I'm gonna show you something and you do it every day and it works fine, and then when you want to show it, it's like, oh no, not now.
I was about to say this is the first time this is happening, but then, like,
Yeah.
what do you just do with it?
So
Oh,
annoying.
snap.
So basically
It's
Yeah,
amazing, always.
what you want to show now is how a specific page is ranking
yeah,
for keywords, or like what are the keywords that they are ranking for, right?
yeah, exactly. So I'll put in the URL, I'll see what it's ranking for, and what I'll do is I'll try to put in one or both of these keywords, if possible, inside the meta description, so that Google recognizes it as a page which has information on these particular keywords, right? So for me, it's a little bit of a manual process because I want these keywords to be in. But then again, you can always like create a process in ChatGPT where you can say, okay, just put this keyword in, put the meta description in 160 characters and write something according to
Yeah.
whatever, right? But yeah, for me, as of now, it's a manual process to do this because I like to like put these in so that Google recognizes it for these keywords, and similarly do that same thing for title tags, for headers. Internal links, you just have to kind of fix all the broken links and everything, so that is different. But then, yeah, wherever it's content related, you just kind of like try to put in certain keywords that you want to rank for. So, so yeah,
And
that's
those are
yeah.
the keywords that it already ranks for. So how do you determine what are the keywords that you want to put into the metadata?
That's a very good question. For me right now, since we already do have like some data on this particular client, so we know already like which keywords we want to rank for. But if we don't, there should always be a content file somewhere with the company where they've mapped out what keyword they wanted to rank for when they wrote certain content. So you just ask for that file if the page is not ranking for any keyword, and you just kind of see like, okay, what keyword they wanted to rank for or what keyword they made the article for, and then you optimize according to that particular keyword. So yeah, you need to have that information first, of course, if it's not there. Or the secondary method, if you don't have that file, is always just going into the article and seeing what the article is about. You'll find clues inside the article, around what it is for, and then, but that's a much longer process, and you don't really need to do that because somewhere like the company always has keywords mapped to content. So usually like that's what happens.
Couldn't you like just put the URL in ChatGPT and just say, read this, this is the keyword I would, or like, what keywords would you rank for? Is that like
I haven't tried it,
not possible from
honestly.
that way?
I haven't
Yeah.
tried it, but if yeah, could be possible.
What was the reason? Because you did say that you wanted to do it, sort of manually instead of automatically. What is the reason for that? Do you feel like, it might miss something, or you might not know what it did, and then it's hard to look through it, or?
So usually like ChatGPT is pretty recent, right? Like not recent, it's been a while now. But for me, like this has been the process since the past few years. Like, when you're writing content, like you don't just like pick up the article and write the meta description according to the article. You do that, plus you add in the content and make it make sense. So that is kind of the process, like what you can do, what I have done previously, like you can do. But if ChatGPT can do that, if you can, actually put in the keyword, and I'm pretty sure it does that, you can save like your time, like even you can even do it like much faster if it's that. But I haven't
Yeah.
given it a shot
Mm.
yet, so I don't know about that. But
Okay.
yeah, yeah. I tried a couple of tools
Okay.
before ChatGPT, but it didn't churn out things the way I wanted to because sometimes it can get complicated the way they wrote stuff. But ChatGPT is way like much more powerful than all these other tools. So yeah, it's definitely possible with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, this
That's
is
cool.
just
Okay.
about, yeah. Sorry?
I think we
No,
just
clear.
said okay. Yeah, just to
Yeah,
get to
yeah.
the next step, or like, what is it that you do?
So yes, so this is just fixing the website, right? And now so the next step what's going to happen is usually people are going to ask like, okay, like I've already like we've exhausted our options under like basically optimizing the all the blogs that we have or the pages that we have. What do we do with new content? How do we do new content, and how do we make it rank fast? Right? So that's the next step. Now that's what the client is going to ask. Like, okay, let's do new content, but we also want to make it rank fast for the keywords that we want to rank for. So for that, what you do is you basically go back to SEMrush, right? And now this is something cool and this is something new. You use the keyword magic tool, and what you do is you basically put in the keyword that you want to rank for, or basically the uh, how do I call it, the main keyword around which you want to rank for. So basically, if I say as an example, let's say employee scheduling tool, right? So let's say employee scheduling tool or software, or let's just say employee scheduling. Now, if I want to rank around these keywords, right? So what do I do? Like, so the first thing, right now, as of Google's like latest algorithm update, the one thing that they've added is how they see topic clusters. What topic clusters are? If they see on your website, if one topic is being repeated over and over again in your blog articles, with just slight variations of, say, example, one is template, one is scheduling, one is something else, they will give preference, and they will rank you faster than other companies that don't have that, because they will get signals from your website that you have deep knowledge in that particular area, and that's why you're writing like different articles around different topics on that one keyword or on that one like main topic, which is called a cluster, or you can call it a pillar page, right? It's a pillar page. So what you do is you basically select all the keywords that are important to you. So for example, for me, these three are important, and what I'm going to do next is, or these four, what I'm going to next is I'm going to add them to a list, right? So let's say I add them to a new list, and I call it ABC company, whatever. Right, so I now have four keywords inside it, but for me I also have another like keyword. What I want to do, like my company also does payroll, for example, so I also have like a few keywords that I want to run around payroll, right? So I want to rank for keywords around this too. So let's see, so I'm gonna choose like say four, uh, yeah, these four, for example. This is something else. Let's say employee self-service. I want to rank around these keywords. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back, add this into the same keyword list, which is this one, and now I have 8 keywords in this list, right? So my list is created. I have 8 keywords that I want to rank for. I'm going to go to my list. And go to my list,
Oh,
and
it's something.
Yeah.
yeah, and now it's
Just ignore
working.
it. It's like, just continue.
So yeah, so now what I have is it's just it looks like a plain list, right? Okay, I know what keywords I want to rank for. Now I have the keywords, and I'm just gonna write content on it. But no, what you can actually do is you can uh, create clusters out of it. So clusters just mean SEMrush will automatically, wait, what does it say? Too few keywords. It's anyway. So we have 8 keywords which we want to make clusters out of. Actually, we should have a lot more, but for the sake of example, it's gonna be a little different. So yeah, for the sake of example, what it's doing is it will usually, what you do this exercise with, say, about 200 or 150 or 200 keywords. We recently actually did it for this one. Let's see this example because it's already done. So what you do is you put in all the keywords that you need, and it will automatically create those clusters, which basically means group of keywords that you should uh, write articles for together, and which ones have the highest ranking potential. So these are the ones which have the highest ranking potentials for this particular client. So now I know that I have 30 keywords in this. The keyword difficulty isn't a lot. I can just go in, write a few articles, say like 10 articles on 10 of these keywords, and it will be the quickest way for me to rank on these particular keywords, instead of me doing two keywords from this list, two keywords from this list, two from this, two from this. That's gonna take me ages. But if I just do like one whole list together and write articles on that, it'll be like much faster for me to rank for those keywords. So this is what you can do. This is what SEMrush gives you. You just pull out this list, and now they also have a tool where they can suggest you the name of the articles, which is basically so keyword name of the keyword, the name of the article. So like some of the content work is done for you at least, or at least the content team can get a direction out of it. Um,
Yeah.
so yeah, this is how like basically clusters work, and then you can also have a quick overview of what the clusters look like. So these are some like if you want to give it to your content team just to understand, you can say like, okay, I want to make a few articles on CS2, which basically means these are the keywords that I need to rank for together for me to rank quickly on these particular keywords, or if it's this, it's this. So this is the way to basically go about it to just just rank faster when it comes to SEO. So yeah, this is the second way to go about it, and
Yeah.
yeah, that's fine. Any questions here or anything?
Yeah, from my end, what I wanted to ask is, did you say basically, I'm not sure if I understood it perfectly, but did you say that basically instead of writing like a lot of different articles about a lot of different keywords, you can find the highest ranking ones, and then you basically write a whole article around one or at max two keywords? Is that what you're saying? So instead of like writing one article and then trying to cram it up with a lot of keywords, you write an article around one keyword?
No, not that. Let's say like, okay, let's say these are the keywords. These are random keywords, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm saying that what happens is like, say I'm making a 6-month content plan, and every month I can write 4 blog articles, which makes it 24 articles in
Yeah.
6 months. Now, instead of picking
Yeah.
up four from this, four from this, four from this, and four from this, what I should do is I should pick up 16 or 20 from just one cluster, right?
Okay, so
So
not
it,
one keyword,
Okay.
but one cluster of keywords.
one cluster of keywords. So don't
Okay.
randomize it. Don't go for the best keywords. Like you think like, okay, these are the top 10 best keywords that I want to rank for. And you're just doing it in isolation. Like you're trying to rank for that one keyword in isolation. Then you're doing it for another one in isolation. Like for example, active CSGO cases and how to get CSGO 2 are two very different
Yeah,
things.
there's
And
a,
if you try to rank for
yeah,
both of these, it's going to get much harder. But if you
yeah, right.
instead choose one cluster, it's going to get much easier.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. Okay.
how do you go around it? Because let's say, okay, so I understood the concept that we take all the keywords you want to rank for, the thing magically clusters them, and then basically instead of writing one for the article about this and this, you basically say, okay, we have this one keyword, let's just write articles about the 16 that go under that cluster.
Right.
What would you suggest? Do you just write one article per keyword? Like, let's say there's 16 keywords in the CS2. Do you write one article per keyword, or do you write two, three big articles with all those keywords included?
I think that really depends on how much bandwidth you have, or how much the content team has the bandwidth. So, right now, like if I say choose this keyword cluster, if I see two related keywords, like CS2 or like this one or this one, I can always like couple it in one article, or I can even couple 3 keywords in one article if the keywords are related, and I can try to make less number of content. But if you have the bandwidth, or the content team has the bandwidth to create one article each for each keyword, if it makes sense, obviously if the keyword makes sense to like put a whole article in, then it's better to have like different articles, just because like then Google has the signal that you're going deep into a particular topic, which basically means that you have the know-how of that particular topic. So
Yeah.
so yeah.
But if it's in one cluster, then it's still fine. But what you're saying is, and I think I actually saw that before. So sort of like advice on SEO in general is that if you have knowledge in this case, let's say Counter-Strike 2, you shouldn't try to cram a lot of different ideas into one blog post,
Yeah.
because that's gonna be like, oh yeah, you have like a bit of knowledge about everything, but it's much better if you actually focus on like one topic per blog post and like go deep into that, because that's gonna rank better then.
Yeah, exactly. That's absolutely right. Yeah, that's how like
Okay.
Google gets the signal that you're deep inside the topic. Yeah, yeah.
And so
Okay.
one thing I wanted to ask, I'm not sure if Ricardo, you still have a question about this, but
No, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, it's just what I wanted to ask. But since you said you haven't used ChatGPT, I'm not sure if it's something, and we can later cut this out. But I just wanted to ask, like, so what I've seen from people, especially on like LinkedIn, that people talk about SEO and whatever, is that with the new search and result pages, so basically with the new SERPs, um, the fact that AI has now been added, and they have like these AI results and whatever, that it pretty much changes the whole idea around SEO. And do you see that happening already, or is it,
No.
because obviously it's gonna have like excerpts. I think one of the things that I understood was that people will be less and less prone to actually clicking on something, because they can have all of these excerpts with AI that basically explains, what the result is. So do you feel like that's something that's gonna, I don't know, decrease the importance of SEO, or is just gonna change how you need to do it, or?
Yeah, so as of now, like what I'm seeing is there's not a huge change. Yes, there's obviously like some traffic loss that happens on websites, because like if you want quick information, you'll get certain like those questions and everything on Google search, and you can just quickly get answers out of it. But what happens is sometimes, like usually, I think even right now, people do click on links and they actually go on the pages, because all the clients like that at least I have worked at in the past 2 years, we've seen like the the traffic just go up, and but I do not have a clear indication how much traffic loss they have, because you can't, I don't know how to know that information. Maybe through impressions, maybe if we do like an impression thing on Google search console, we'll figure it out. But I haven't seen a huge change. Like everyone's getting like higher traffic, everyone's, once you go to like say position 1, 2 and 3, you're still getting the same amount of CTR or a very similar amount of CTR. So I'm not really sure like how much it's affected, but it's must be negligible or pretty less, only because
Okay.
yeah, not a lot of people have seen a lot of change because of that. And when it comes
Right.
to the AI recommendations, that has not played a role yet in any search results or anything. It's only the questions and the SERP results that come up that might have changed a little bit, but not the AI recommendations.
Yeah. So it's not something that affected like how you work so far, but it might affect it later. Like it might affect how you prepare, the keywords or whatever later. But for now, it's pretty much been the same as far as I understand.
Pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. There's definitely a way to rank for those featured snippets that come up in Google. There's a way
Yeah.
like you have to put a summary paragraph in your article, which should be within a
Yeah.
certain character limit, and that's how you get those featured snippets. Uh, that's a way to do it, but then again, like it's not causing any trouble in the SEO world as of yet.
And but just a really quick question from my end, is it a good thing to actually rank for the featured snippets as well? So do you see like people who have the featured snippets will have more clicks as well? Because for example, just me as a layman, when I would search, I would often open the articles that have the featured snippets.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, it definitely helps, only because one, like say you're ranking in the top 10, but you're not in the top 5 yet, right? And you're just lingering around somewhere on the 6th, 7th or 8th position. So what you do is you basically try to add that featured snippet inside your article as a summary. So if Google finds out that you have a good summary of the keyword that people are trying to search for, they will have to put you in the top 5 or top 6 results, because feature snippets only come from the top 6 results, and usually it only comes from the top 3 or 4 results. So you're basically pushing yourself from 7th, 8th or 9th position into the top 6 if you're optimizing for this feature snippet. So it helps in that regard.
So that's almost like a
And
hack. Yeah.
yeah, it's a hack. I wouldn't call it a hack because it's only because like they have a lot of different like things that they're also like judging on the page. So it's not necessary that you put the featured snippet in and it will try to it will rank. But yes, you have a higher chance of ranking than if you like adding that whole thing in. And what you said about the feature
Yeah.
snippet, like if you have the feature snippet, you usually click on that link. So that is an added advantage of having a feature snippet is that your CTRs will also go up.
Right. Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Mm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. So yeah, this is for new content, and then the other thing is once you're optimizing all of this, the next thing that you do is obviously you go into your website, and once now this is all fixing your website, this is new content, but now it's about like improving the rankings that you already have, and trying to like just go into the top 3. So what you do is the first step you do for that is you go into the uh, basically the website which you want to optimize. Like for example, in this case, let's say let's say I want to optimize certain keywords from this particular website, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look at positions from um, 4 to 10, and that's because these are position changes. There's going to be positions, not overview positions. Yeah. So the first thing I'm going to do is check rankings between 4 to 10, and that's because these have the highest chance to get me the most traffic in the quickest possible way, and that's because anything between 4 to 10 is getting less traffic, but once it goes into the top 3, it will quickly like jump in terms of traffic, right? So these are basically the low hanging fruit that you have on the website as of now, which you can quickly try to rank in the top basically 3, right? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to see which are the most important pages for me. So let's say like this and this query is the most important for me because this is a commercial one. So you can always like sort it with commercial intent too, which is basically people looking for a service. And what I'll do is I'll select those particular like keywords, and I'll just go onto that particular page. For example, I want to do this, right? So I'm just going to open this page up. And I do have an SEO log here for these guys, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just open this page up and see what all can be improved, right? So I'll edit this page, I'll see if images need to be optimized, or I'll see what pages that what keyword it's ranking for. So for example, right now we had let me see. We had New Mexico payroll taxes, right? So if I want to rank for this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to change all the alt text on this page for these images. I'm going to add that particular keyword somewhere in the middle. Just make it sense. Wherever I can add, maybe if I can't make sense of that particular keyword inside the content, I will add an additional paragraph that basically touches on that. And right now you don't really need to do that because you have chat gpt, and also you have this tool which I haven't used in a long time. So yeah, so what we need to do is just look at all the keywords that are ranking between 4 and 10, choose certain keywords that we want to rank this query for on these particular pages, copy this URL, put it down in this tool which is called Surfer SEO. What it basically does is it will, once you put down the URL, it will compare your article with the top 3 ranking articles on Google search, and it will just recommend you exactly what they have done and keep it 1 or 2 notches better, so that you're better than them in terms of how Google sees you. So these are all the keywords that it gives on the right. You keep adding them into your article. You add new content suggestions. It has its own AI tool where you can just tell it to just add a whole content block on the in the article that will help you in SEO, and you just like change this, copy paste it back into where your website is hosted, and you're done. So now Google knows like, okay, your article has all the things that the top three articles have and a little more in terms of what Google needs. So this is also another quick way to go from 4 to 10 position to the top three positions. And like I mentioned, also the
So
feature snippet, you can just add a quick summary of the article on top, and that's you can get that too. Yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So I just
So
want to
just so I
recap
understand,
from. Yeah, sorry. Let's you go ahead.
yeah, I'll let you recap, but just so that I understand, this process is looking for blog posts that are already ranking and you want to make it rank better, right?
That's right.
This is
Yes.
not to write something from new. This is really like you got a blog post that already exists, it ranks for a certain position, you want to rank it higher. And this tool basically just says, okay, if you want to do that, we're comparing it with the top three. This is what you need to add.
That's right. That's right. So for
Okay,
SEO,
got
it's
it. Okay,
majorly used for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. Then Zoli, I'll let you recap.
Yeah, no, what I want to say is that pretty much similar to what you say is that when you already have something that, let's say someone already has a blog post, but they are like, oh, okay, I'm not the one that people are finding. I'm not the one who is on top. Instead of trying to rank for the top keywords, what you do is you look so you check out, let's say on SEMrush or whichever similar tool, you check out, okay, what are like the between 4 to 10 keywords, so not the top three but the ones between 4 to 10, and then you see, okay, I have these keywords that rank at 4 or between 4 and the 10th search engine result, whatever. And then you're like, okay, I want to actually enhance this. So what you do is basically you give this other tool, SEO Surfer, what's the name, or
Yeah. So for
something like
SEO.
that. So yeah, so for
Yeah.
SEO, and then what it does is it finds the articles that rank in those keywords, so the top ones. It gives an audit of those articles, and then it basically tells you, okay, the reason why these articles rank high is because they have this and this and this keyword here.
Yeah.
And the way you will be able to actually rank even higher is if you do whatever, a separate section in your blog post, and then you can actually just enhance your own blog post, and that's basically a surefire way to actually rank higher than the top articles ranking in those places.
A surefire way to capture those levers to
Yeah.
of like ranking, which is like keyword insertion, content, and everything. But then there are also other factors, which is age of the URL, age of the website, and some external factors that you can't control. So it's not a surefire way in terms of ranking the top three, but surefire way to capture everything in terms of the content on the article itself.
Right.
So if
Cool.
everything
Okay.
else
Yeah.
is neutral, and
Sure.
if
Okay,
it's just
I
about
think
the
that's clear.
content of the article, then it's a surefire way to just rank better.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So just to recap what we learned in this session, I think, for me at least, but maybe we can do it for everybody. First one is Screaming Frog. If I understand well, that's just to audit and understand all the technical issues, and then we can rank them by, big issue, small issue, biggest issue. Some are technical, some are adapting meta description. I don't think that's very technical. That's mostly something you can do as a marketer yourself, but
Yeah.
technical, I feel like just I don't know, breaking like I don't know, your page, your website is slow basically. Okay, that's
Hmm.
something you can do, but not always you can do.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's one. That is one way first because that impacts all the rest you're going to do anyway. So if you have a slow website, you can optimize all the keywords you want, but nothing is gonna happen.
Hmm.
Then we had the topic clusters, if I understand well.
Yes.
This was really about, okay, instead of writing articles for all the things that you want, you just pick all the keywords you want, cluster them, and then really focus maybe their content strategy per clusters, like every single 3 months, just focus on one cluster, then you focus on the next cluster, and then you focus on the next cluster. And then if you've done that, maybe for a year, you look back at your first cluster and you look at, okay, what current keywords are ranking high, but we need them to rank higher. We use Surfer SEO to basically say, okay, now that we have these people ranking, but it's not on the top 10, how do we get it to top 10 with Surfer SEO with some optimizations in the keywords compared to what is going up?
That's
I
a
think
very good
that's what I
summarization.
understood from these three topics. At least what I learned for today.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, that's a good
So
summarization, and
I
I
think
think
that
these are
was
the three
amazing.
things that you need to do. Yeah, these are three things at different times that
Yeah,
you need to
I
do.
actually learned a lot.
I
Yeah.
feel like I
Yeah.
can just go onto Upwork and start selling my SEO capabilities there.
Yes. I
Now I
feel
have
like
a
I
bunch of
can sell SEO now.
yeah. It sounds super easy to be honest.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what,
just
right? Like
fix a few
now,
broken
it's
links.
always it sounds easy because you have learned from hit and trial from all these years, and you've also tried this, you've tried this, and now you've come to this place where you know, okay, if I just follow this, I know like I will rank for stuff. So it's like years of experience like boiled
Mm.
down into one, which is pretty easy in a way, but it's kind of like a result of a lot of hit and trial in like different areas. Yeah. But
No,
it's
I
true.
think it just sounds easy because you know how to do it and then you can just easily explain it. But just out of curiosity, because of one of my friends, not for me, but how much do you think I should charge?
You can charge,
What's an
you can
hourly
easily
rate?
charge to do all of this. You can easily charge like a couple of $1,000. Just the Screaming
Okay.
Frog audit and just fixing that audit can run into a couple of $1,000. So you can definitely
Okay.
like start from there.
Just asking for a friend.
Asking for a friend. The thing is, for the next few podcasts, I'm not gonna be available, guys. I'm gonna be a bit preoccupied. But you guys have fun in the future. And I'll be back in about like a month, 2 months, something like that.
Suddenly we're gonna see LinkedIn title of Zolly changing into SEO expert.
SEO expert, exactly. Yeah.
Proven results, and then just gonna talk to Apoorv. What have you done in the past? Oh yeah,
I'm
okay. Those
I'm
are
just
my
gonna
proven results now.
yeah, I'm just gonna copy like everything that you've done. Like I actually am gonna take a few screenshots from today's podcast and gonna be like, yeah, so this is what I've done for this client.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just gonna go to ChatGPT, act as a poor, and write me an SEO strategy for client X.
Exactly.
Shit, man.
Cool.
But
Yeah.
man, thanks a lot, Apoorv. I think we
Yeah.
still need
Thanks,
to
man.
chat next Tuesday. Who's going to do the next one?
Yeah.
But this was amazing. I think I have like this is nice because you have like three learnings you can take forward. Zolly is now an SEO expert to go to Upwork, so
Yeah.
that's genius. So
T-shaped
yeah,
marketer here.
we're T-shaped, man. We're
Yeah.
T-shaped
Super
all the way.
T-shaped. Yeah.
Guys, thank you very much, Apoorv, for the lovely session. I actually love that it was not like a PowerPoint, but actually just like a walkthrough of the things
Yeah.
that you've done. So I think that's even a very cool format. Just like walk through, like, okay, this is what we've done. This is how it started. This is how it looks. But sometimes people explain this SEO strategy, but they don't really know how it looks like from what you're doing in the back
Yeah.
end. So I think that's nice that we're kind of seeing it behind the scenes.
Yeah. And don't worry, we're definitely gonna cut out all the parts when you couldn't remember things.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you for that.
It was the opposite side. It was
No,
we're
sorry.
going
Yeah.
to Yeah, we're gonna cut out all the things where he said something smart. We're just gonna do the searching part. It's
Just
called
keep
bloopers.
searching and be like, I haven't used this for a while.
And put that question mark and a light bulb on my head, like just trying to remember stuff.
Exactly that one. That's exactly what we're gonna do.
Cool. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you
Thanks,
very
guys.
much. See some of you
Richard,
later
thank you.
on. But thanks a lot. And I think Zoltan, I saw the business case of Nicola, right, coming in.
Yeah, exactly.
Awesome. I'll read through it later on. Thank
Cool.
you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Lovely lunch moments, and then see you later.
Yeah,
Peace
guys.
out.
Ciao.
Bye.
Ciao.